It's double parsha this week, Behar Kosai. A lot of famous ideas in the parsha. The idea of Shemitah, the concept of bitachon, mitzvah of onas dvarim, onas mamon. Have the tochacha and parshas Kosai. Wanted to focus on a mitzvah in parshas Behar, the concept of Ribbis, of taking interest. So the Torah tells us in Perek Chaf Hey, Pasuk Lamed Hey, when your brother is down, you should be mechazik him, you should strengthen him. This is a mitzvah the Rambam codifies to help him out, whether it's tzedakah, whether it's lending him money. We know there's a mitzvah of im kesef tilves hami, that there's a mitzvah to lend your fellow Jew money, to help him out. So the pasuk warns us, al tigach meito neshech v'tarbes. Don't take neshech and don't take ribbis. And this Chazal explained neshech is another word for ribbis. It's to make it two lavan. And it says already in the next pasuk, es kaspecha lo sitenu beneshech. Don't take neshech. Don't take ribbis. And the Gemara tells us that in fact the lender who lends with ribbis violates 6 different lavin in the Torah. And the lova, the borrower, violates 2 different lavin in the Torah if he's paying back with ribbis. And the Orev, even the person who's guaranteeing the loan, pays back, is also violating an Isser, the Oraisa being involved in ribbis. The classic case of ribbis in the Torah is the concept of ribbis ketsutza, right? A person goes to a bank, goes to a Jewish-owned bank like Quicken. I heard a lot of the credit unions maybe that's why a lot of Jews don't use credit unions, is because maybe a lot of them are owned by Jews. So he goes to take out a mortgage, and then basic deal, lend you $500,000 for your mortgage, you'll pay us, I don't know the rates now, $80,000, $90,000 in interest for the mortgage, and classic good business, basic banking 101, and that would be ribbis, that would be an issa doraisa to charge your fellow Jew that way. It says on achris hashech, for the guy you should charge ribbis, whatever the interest rates are. I'm not sure that any interest rate is okay, but you could charge a Jew a good ribbis, maybe even should charge a good ribbis. But you may not charge your brother ribbis. Your Jew's your brother. You're helping out a Jew. You're doing a mitzvah. It's not a business deal when you lend a Jew money. And Chazal foresaw, so that's the ribbis deal raisa. Chazal foresaw that there were many ways to get around this isser, and they created many types of ribbis as well. It's a very complicated subject. I once saw quoted, maybe Rav Moshe said it's from the most complicated areas. But Baruch Hashem, I have a nice sefer, Ribbis Halacha L'Maisa, from Rav Pinchas Wein, who runs a Ribbis hotline. And there is stuff in the business Halacha hotline about Ribbis online. The way I understand Ribbis is basically it's usher for you to benefit from lending a person money. For example, you lend him money, and so then he has a karasa tov. He's going to give you gifts as a thank you. He's going to start giving you, if he would start giving you mishloach manos, never gave it to you before, but now that you lent him money, now he feels karasa tov to you, now he starts giving you mishloach manos. That would be ribbis derabanan. You could have ribbis before a loan as well. He butters you up so that you lend him the money. He really wants that $5 to buy whatever it is. So he starts praising you tremendously in order to get you to live with him. That would be potentially ribbis. So this is how I understand it, that there's no strings attached when you help your fellow Jew in this area of money. Even saying thank you is not so simple. It's a famous story with Rav Yerucham. Person borrowed money, came to pay him, the guy in Yeshiva borrowed money, came to pay him back. He says, ribbis. To say thank you, don't say thank you. Next time the guy borrows money, he comes back. Rabbi Yerucham is like looking at him. You're not gonna. Where's your karasa tov? Where's your thank you? He says, Rebbe, you told me not to say thank you. He said, of course you can't say thank you, but it should be on the tip of your tongue to say thank you, to have a balance. So I've wondered about this mitzvah. I always had a kasha on this. I understand the lender, that we don't want him taking advantage of people, and there's a certain brother in it. That's not the way you treat your brother. You don't view the fact that he needs money as a business deal. You're helping him out because that's what Jews do for each other. But in terms of the lender, the borrower, I had trouble understanding it. Somebody did me a tremendous taiva. He really helped me out. I should feel tremendous gratitude. Imagine in a relationship, you have a husband and a wife, and they do favors for each other all the time. Imagine, they don't like, shkoyach. It's no, every time, thank you so much, dear, for making dinner. Thank you, honey, for taking out the trash. Every gift is an opportunity to build a relationship. So why shouldn't the same thing be like if I cared? I didn't have any relationship with this person, and now he did me a tremendous favor, and he lent me money, helped me get back on my feet, so I didn't default on my loan. And I should have tremendous hakaras hatov to him. Why shouldn't I be able to give him gifts and build the relationship? I mean, if I had that relationship with him before, it seems to me, the way I understand it, that at least in financial sense, the relationship shouldn't be changed. I assume there is a one way to become friends with him and start giving Mishalach Manos. If I always give Mishalach Manos, I could keep giving. But the idea that now that he did me the favor, now because of that, now I'm going to start giving him gifts, that would be Ribbis. And we see the severity, we even put it on the borrower too. So I was bothered by this kasha. So I had the opportunity on Sunday to discuss it with Rav Welcher, my Rav. I asked him about it. So the way he told me, the way I understood what he was saying, the way that he understands it is because the Torah, the Rabbanan and the Torah, they're very worried about the power that a lender has over the borrower. I mean, we see it, the Pasuk tells us the borrower can be slave to the lender, that this power that people have to abuse others in this area is enormous. If you just Hamevin Yavin of what goes on in the world. So Chazal, the Torah, they're very worried about it. They made sure we should stay far, far away from it. I guess what he means is that the borrower has no way to benefit from this at all. He's doing a chesed. And if there's, I guess the pshat is if there's any way that the lender can have that something he's going to give anything to the borrower, then it'll become implicit that that's part of the strings attached with a loan. Meaning if everybody who gets a loan from this guy has to start giving him thank you gifts on a regular basis, it'll be understood when the guy makes the loan. He'll say, the Torah says you're not allowed to charge ribbis, but between you and me, people who get loans from me on a regular basis, they know what they got to do. So the Torah, the Rabbanan, they totally forbade it. They totally banned any way that you're going to benefit the person that you're going to financially reward the person for lending you the money, or that there's going to be demand on you that you're going to, when you lend somebody money, that you're going to be getting anything from it. I asked my Rav what about the midos, meaning somebody did me a favor. I was down on my luck and somebody helped me out. I was really thirsty. Somebody lent me $1 so I could buy a soda. What about my midos that I'm not going to show a hakaras hatov, that I'm not? The Rav told me that the Rashiva said, I'm a kalki. I was there. The Rebbetzin asked the Rashiva about a few cases in the Chumash. Rashiva said, you follow the Torah, you're not makalki your midos. You don't hurt your midos when you follow Hashem's halachas. That's not how it works. So that was how he was masber to me this concept. I hear the approach. I still like my kasha, but I definitely understand the approach. I think it makes a lot of sense. And I think it just underscores for us also this concept of Jewish brotherhood, this idea that you have a standard business practice. The Torah is not against it. The Torah says 100% go be a banker, lend money to the goyim, and make profit. And that's the way the world is. People who have a lot of money, they use it to grow money, make more money. But when you're dealing with your brother, there's a certain relationship. There's a certain sense that this is not a business deal. This is a chesed. This is in chesed tilves ami. I'm helping somebody out. And that's a mindset that the Torah wants us to develop with our fellow Jew, and that we need to try our best to develop that mindset. I think it's an important reframer for us. Maybe we be zocheh to appreciate the brotherhood that we have, the chesed that we should do for each other, the financial loss that a person really gives up by. He could be lending to a guy, instead he lends to a Jew and gives up that interest because that's the proper thing to do, and develop that ability to overcome our Yetzer Hara from Mammon and treat our brothers in this beautiful, beautiful way. Wishing you a wonderful Shabbos.